What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, if you're on YouTube, I want you to click that bell next to your subscribe button so you can get your notifications. You dig what I'm saying? That way you be in the loop and you know what's going on at all times when I drop these videos. You dig what I'm saying? I'm coming in hot, fam. I'm coming in hot. We have a man, a groom, who is at his wedding ceremony and he slaps the taste out of his new wife's mouth. I mean, like, I'm talking about like slap, like bang. One might ask, what would make a person do such a cruel thing? Apparently, he doesn't like being teased. They're eating the cake, right? So he feeds her the cake first, and and upon returning the favor, she teases him. She puts the cake up to his mouth and then pulls back, and he, bam. I mean, no words or nothing. He just bang. Now, you got to think, if a dude would do something like that in public at the wedding, imagine what he has done before that. Imagine all of the violence he has perpetrated against her before walking down the aisle. He did all of that before, and then some. But she still walked down that aisle with him. She still married him. Probably had his babies and everything by now, because this video first surfaced in 2019. So, man, ain't no telling what type of abuse this woman has endured. You have to say to yourself, what would make a woman want to be with a guy who puts hands on her? Like, they say this happened somewhere in Central Asia. So I don't know what the rules are out there for marriage or whatever. I don't know if somebody say we go together, you got to marry him, or you die. I don't know how they do it out there, but something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. And where was her family? Like, when he slapped her, everybody just kind of stood around. In fact, let me give y'all a link to this video, fam. Should have did that up front. Let's see. Let y'all check this out for yourselves. Let's see. I'll put it in the comments first. Let me see. Okay, that's in the chat. I put it in the chat. And then I'm going to, let me see, where else do I need to put it at? Put it on this Facebook. I put it I put it in the description. Okay, it's on Facebook. And let's get it over here to YouTube. Boogie on over to YouTube. Again, fam, my apologies for not having it already in the description. But I'm doing my best. Fam, that's what a contractor told me once. This guy was installing marble at my house. and he chipped the edge of it. And he started trying to fix it. And I questioned him about it. And he said, well, I'm doing my best. Like, fool, I'm paying you thousands of dollars, fool. I don't need you to do your best. I need you to do the job. I need the job done. I need you to do what I paid you to do. That fool said, I'm doing my best. Okay, trying to get this link for YouTube. Okay. Where is it? Okay, here we go. All right, fam. So there's the link for YouTube. So it's in the description now. So everybody got it. Again, fam, I want to know, like, what would make a person want to marry somebody that's obviously a person that don't mind hurting them, right? We don't hurt the people we love. Let's get that straight. We hurt the people we should love. Because once you really understand love, you do not purposely hurt people that you love. Now, you might hurt somebody that you love by making a mistake or, disappointing them in some type of manner or whatever. But as far as like putting your hands on people that you so-called, you don't do that. That ain't love. I don't know what you call it, but it ain't love. And we need to stop normalizing toxic behavior in these relationships. People think it's like it comes with like violence supposed to be in relationships. And then you have these fools be talking about, well, you got to work on relationships. Hey, man, somebody go upside your head, it's time to go. First time, out. You ain't got to wait till they go upside your head, because normally where there's smoke, there's fire. So before there's fire, there's smoke, right? A lot of times these dudes will give you the warnings. They'll say something to you very aggressive before they ever put their hands on you. They'll say something aggressive to you. That's your signal. Get the hell out. You don't have to wait. Sometimes they'll grab you real strong. Like, it's time to go. Some of y'all saying over there, well, I don't think you should leave that soon. No, you better get your, why take a chance? I'm like the mob, man. I operate like the mob. Why take a chance? Why take the chance? I mean, that could just been an episode and you would never take it that far, but why take a chance? I think that when people tell you who they are, you should believe them. Take all threats seriously. Somebody threaten your life. Don't worry about how many times, sometimes people will be like, well, he said he gonna do this, or she said she gonna do this. I don't know how many times. So you take it for granted that they're not gonna really go through with the threat. Not me. One threat, that's all it takes. And it's time. Just like that. Who say that? Wallow. Wallow say, and it's just like that. Shouts out to Wallow, man. Wallow and Gilly, they're my homies, man. They're my homies. Wallow and Gilly, if y'all don't follow them, y'all need to follow them on this, on the Instagram is where they're most active. They put in a lot of work. They do well on their podcast, $1 million worth of game. And, they drop $1 million worth of game daily. Like, they put a lot of information out there, but also, they got a lot of clips where they just having fun, right? And they bring a lot of joy. I think these guys bring a lot of joy into the world, and we need people like that, especially today. All of this ignorance out here, Wallow and Gilly can, be silly, in a manly type way, because, sometimes people take it too far, right? Some of these cats, they want to go put on wigs and high heels, Charles Barkley types, But they do it in a way that even men can get a few laughs out of it or whatever, and because life ain't always serious. Everything ain't got to be all serious. You ain't got to always be tense. Stressed and serious about everything. Was that T-Top Bugatti? T-Top Bugatti, what up? Jorge. Jorge says some women get off to that behavior. Some women do get off to violence. Some women do get off to violence. Most women don't. Like most women who get abused ain't asking to be abused. They ain't saying, "Hey, hit me in the eye." Hey, I need you to do it a little harder next time. Women ain't doing that. A lot of these dudes are just cats who can't control their emotions. They're very emotional. They just can't get it. But you know what's crazy is that let me take that back. They do get it. Because they know how to control their emotions with other people. I'm talking about these women beaters. They know how to not snap when that dude on the job tell him how he feel about something, or that boss say something. They know how to get right for that. They know how to not lose their mind for that and swing on somebody, punch them in the eye, knock their teeth out, dislocate the shoulder, kick them. They know how to not do that. They know how to not act tough when they're around other men. So it's in them. They can do it. They just decided that they're not going to be that way with other people, but they're going to be that way with women. You know why? Because they feel like the woman is weaker. It's just like you got black people out there who will take a black person's head off for nothing, just like that. Scared to death of those other people. I mean, scared to death. They don't mind throwing their whole life away. They'll throw their whole life away. They'll throw their whole life away. I feel like, hey man, if you bought it like that and you don't mind sitting down forever, you don't mind going to jail for 30 years, 40, 50 years, anybody can get it. If that's the case, I would not save mine just for people that look like me. I get anybody if that's going to be my mentality. Like, if I don't care if I die, I don't care if I live or die, go to jail, I don't care what they do to my body, I don't care. I'm not going to limit it to my people, especially when you got people out here just blowing folks' heads off for nothing, shooting people in the back, kicking in doors, killing people while they laying in the bed under the covers, laying on the sofa under the covers. Not me. But as soon as them folks come, they come on with your hands up. Don't shoot me, massa. I'm scared now. I'm scared. I only have that type of aggression on my own people. You have nothing to fear, massa. You have nothing to fear. That's how abusers are. They'll take off on a woman in a heartbeat. They'll take off on a woman in a heartbeat, man. I seen them. I seen them in action. Take off on a woman in a heartbeat. Scared to death. Now, some of them, not all of them, not some of them, they'll fight men too or whatever. They'll get off on a man or whatever. But they ain't as quick to try a man, especially a formidable opponent. Because you got bullies, a lot of bullies, they just bully anybody they think they can get away with. But if they come up against the right one, they know their beans from their cornbread. That's what I'm trying to say. That's old Southern terminology, y'all, for y'all folks up top. They know their beans from their cornbread, meaning they know who to mess with and who not to mess with. So this dude married that woman. I'm sure, oh man, I don't know, he probably killed her by now. This was 2019. He's probably already killed her. If She's not physically dead, she's mentally dead. She's emotionally bankrupt. She got to be. This dude slapped his brand new wife at the wedding. At the wedding ceremony. How do you think that relationship is going to go? And where was her family? Ain't no way. Oh, man. Oh, just the audacity. Oh, at that moment. See, I'm going to tell you something else too, fam. And I know this is a sticky situation right here. This is sticky, right? You know how they say, it's an old saying about, what's the old saying about a fool in love? Like, basically when somebody is in love, uh, they're connected to somebody, they keep going back to that person. And so, even if that person is detrimental to their health, they will continue to be with that person no matter what. And family can try to come in and save them. They just go right back to the person, right? So this is what I mean by it's a sticky situation. If you know, let's make it personal. If you know your daughter, your mother is in a situation with a violent man, a very violent man who goes upside her head, your sister, your mother, your daughter. Well, I won't even say sister because some dudes don't like their sister. A lot of dudes, they got problems with their sisters. So let's say your daughter or your mother. It's just usually that's at least, what most guys will say they love. If they got a daughter, they'll say they love their daughter. They got a mama, they say they love their mama. So I go with the mom and the daughter. Your mother or your daughter. She's in a relationship with a very violent man. What would you do if she keep going back and you try to bring her back, pull her away from him? What would you do? That's a sticky situation, right? Because at the same time, you don't want to put yourself in a jam where you end up locked up or dead, right? So I'll just tell you this, fam. I don't know exactly what I'd do, but I would stop the threat. Take that how you want it. Because I personally could not live with it, knowing that I could have done something. I could have done something, but I didn't because I was scared to go to jail, or I was afraid of being physically harmed. Like it would torment me to know that I could have done something. So I would stop the threat. Absolutely. Sticky situation, but I stopped that threat. See, some cats, they bank on, this is why it's important for women to have strong relationships with the men in their lives who are family, right? Because these women beaters, they count on women who have strained relationships, with the men in their family, their brothers or their father, right? They count on that, or they count on the ones who got those weak relationships, right? Like some dudes hang out with the abusers of their sisters. Like some dudes, And then some abusers, they know, pacify other family members, give them a little money, give them this, whatever their weakness is, the abuser will satisfy. And then now the family is getting something out of it. So they won't protect the woman. They won't give her that protection because they've been compromised. They're getting something out of it. They're getting something from him. So they're compromised. So, hey man, a joke can buy me a whole damn island. The minute he put his hands on mine, hey man, it's on again. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it's on. Shit. Take that food to that island and leave them right there. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. If you're just not joining, fam, we're talking about a woman who was in a relationship, well, not a relationship, but married a guy, and at the wedding, while they were eating the cake, he slapped her, like, boom. The link is in the description, so you can check it out for yourself. It's right under the video. But bam, I mean, knocked the taste out of her mouth because she teased him with the cake. He gave her some cake. He fed her the cake. And then while she was, it was her turn to return the favor, she tried to feed, was going to act like she was going to feed him. And then when he opened his mouth to try to eat the cake, she pulled back. And he, bam, right there. Ooh, wee. Talk about, I don't think he would have survived if it had been my family. I don't think he would have survived. Like, I think he would have died right there. And then he would have had all the cake to eat. His whole face would have been decorated with cake. Man, you talking about one of the greatest ass whoopings ever happened in the history of mankind. That's what he would have got. Oh yeah, absolutely. And it wouldn't have been just the men in the family getting at him. Absolutely crazy, man. You know, these days, man, people are so crazy, man. Ain't no telling what you're going to see next. See, before I brought y'all this story, for those of you who didn't know about the story, you're like, what? Like, damn, you couldn't believe it. You watched the video, like, damn. So I'm saying, some of this stuff you never think that whatever, you don't even fathom this type of stuff. Just like the little girl who snatched the wig off the teacher's head. Can't even imagine stuff like that. I never even imagined something like that. We might crack some jokes about the teacher wig, not loud enough for her to hear it, but we might crack some jokes about the teacher's wig, but we wouldn't dare pull off a teacher's wig. Damn, I don't know, fam. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but sometimes I really do believe that we're at the end. I think that sometimes that human beings have evolved to the point to where it's nothing else left. I mean, you got to stop. You can't evolve anymore. You stop, dead, everything. I just think that it's like when is this thing gonna just open up or just turn into a ball of fire? Because it is some uncivilized people on this planet. This happened in, they say the video appears to be well, the incident appears to have happened in, they said, what did they say? Southern Asia? Hold on, let me make sure. No use of guessing when I got the information right here. Yeah, Central Asia. The clip is believed to have been captured in Central Asia. Central Asia. Yeah. Wow. That's cold-blooded, fam. Going into the comments. Somebody says Pakistan. Joseph Rogers. What's up, Joseph? Humble monk. What's up, Tony Rain? Appreciate that. Joseph Rogers. Was that Damien Colvin checking in from Japan? All right. Got the international people in. Let me know where y'all coming in from, fam. We are simulcasting Facebook and YouTube. If you follow me on YouTube but not Facebook, my Facebook is Willie D Official. If you follow me on YouTube, my YouTube, hold on, fam. I got to move around, fam. Okay, if you follow me on YouTube, my YouTube is, if you follow me on Facebook, my Facebook is my YouTube is Willie D Live. If you're not following me on YouTube, my YouTube is Willie D Live. But that's it, fam. I just wanted to drop that real quick, man, and just, put some quick information out there. Ladies, y'all see the red flags, man, bounce. Fellas, if you got an attitude and, you really don't know how to control those emotions, you need to be by yourself, before you get yourself in some trouble, because you're not really qualified to be in a relationship. If you can't control your anger, you can't control your temper, you don't know how to channel that anger in the right direction. Be by yourself for a minute before you get yourself in some trouble. Mess around and get yourself in some trouble you can't get out of. You dig what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't scared. Until next time, fam, no more talk.